25-year-old Kristen Romberger is suing former roommate, 21-year-old Jonathan Myers, for the loss of their security deposit and for damage he caused to the apartment.
Mr. Myers, who do you live with now, sir?
I live with my friend Daniel Randall and one of his coworkers.
Pay rent?
Yes.
How much rent do you pay?
I'm paying $300 right now.
Where are you working?
I was working at Auto One Warranty. Right now I'm looking for a job.
So you're unemployed?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
How do you pay your rent?
I do body piercings.
Are you licensed?
You need a license to work in a shop. To be an independent piercer, you just need to know what you're doing.
Is what you're telling me that anybody could do body piercing without being licensed legally in the state of California?
Not in a shop. You need to have a bloodborne...
I didn't ask you about it in a shop. I just asked you whether. Do you know if that's true?
It's true.
This is some place that you can pierce someone's body.
It's like cutting somebody's hair in your kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Except hair is dead.
I have piercing waivers. I have a bloodborne pathogen certificate. I have TB test. I have like all the things that I would need to work in a shop. I just prefer to work as an independent piercer because...
But if you were licensed, you could have all those choices. Mr.
Absolutely
Myers.
true, if there was such thing as a body piercing license.
Well, what kind of a license do you need to work in a shop?
You don't need a license, really. You just need experience and a bloodborne pathogen certificate.
Bloodborne pathogen certificate. Mm-hmm. Where did you find him?
We were friends. We met through other friends over 3 years ago. He was working when he moved in with me. He had a job.
Mm-hmm. Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Could you explain to me what in this person attracted you to live with him for 3 years? Clearly, he's off. Tell me what I'm not seeing, Ms. Brom.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Kristen Romberger says ex-roommate Jonathan Myers owes for a security deposit and for damage he caused to their apartment.
Now, it's your claim that when the lease ended, so did the friendship, and he trashed the apartment, and you couldn't get your security deposit back, all of which you paid?
That is correct.
On what date did you leave the apartment?
I left on November 27th.
What date did you leave the apartment, Mr. Myers?
I had until the 30th, and I was going to leave on the 30th, and she came over the afternoon of the 29th, and we had a huge argument.
What did you have an argument about?
She said that I burned one of her finger paintings that was on a wall, and she was upset that I didn't move out already. She wanted me to have been gone so she could clean.
She wanted you to be gone so that she could clean the apartment?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
And what did you say to her?
I had an extra day. I was going to be moving the next day. I still had time, and I wasn't able to leave. And it escalated into a big argument, and I had to wind up calling the police because I didn't know what else to do. I was on probation at the time, and I didn't want like any conflict.
For what?
Drugs, Your Honor.
What kind of drugs?
Heroin.
Selling or using?
I used. Or I got caught using.
When?
March 14th, 2008.
And when did you get your blood-borne pathogen certificate?
May?
May what?
08.
So a couple of months after you were arrested for using heroin?
Correct.
Great state of California. You don't happen to have one of those marijuana licenses?
A 215, not yet. I have to renew it.
Now, you have photographs of the apartment?
I have tons of photographs.
I'd like to just see the apartment when he left.
I'll give you the top 5 or 6.
How much was your security deposit?
It was $900. I was charged an additional $4.70 on top of that.
How many cats do you have?
1.
You still have it with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you identify this room, Mr. Mayor?
That's the room that I lived in. That was my room.
What's that all over the floor?
Cat litter, Your Honor.
Who did that?
My cat.
Ms. Romberger, what do you do for a living?
I'm a nurse.
You work at a hospital?
I do.
Same hospital for how long?
3 years.
Could you explain to me what in this person attracted you to sign a lease with him, to live with him for 3 years? He's a heroin abuser, or was. He clearly has a disability because he had a medical marijuana license to be able to purchase it, which he says is now expired, which he must renew, right? Clearly, he's off. Tell me